We got a lot for today as Deron Rippey Jr. is visiting Duke while Coach K speaks out on March Madness, and a former player and coach is due for a major congratulations, and we got to break it all down. What's up, guys? I'm Matt Long. Welcome to Duke Basketball 365. If you're a Duke Blue Devils fan, please hit that subscribe button. It really helps me out a ton, and only 15.5% of viewers are subscribed to the channel. So let's jump right into what we have for today. This weekend, we have a major rivalry matchup versus the North Carolina Tar Heels. This time it is at our place, and star prize recruit Deron Rippey Jr. will be in the building and on hand to witness what should be a destruction of the Tar Heels in person. Deron Rippey Jr., if you somehow don't know who this guy is, he is a 5-star recruit coming in for next season. He is a 6'2" point guard who is a defensive menace. He is rated as the 10th best player according to 24/7 Sports, the #1 point guard in the nation, and the #1 player in New Jersey according to 24/7 Sports. While Deron Rippey Jr. is a little bit smaller than the players that Jon Scheyer is usually looking for, coming in at 6'2", 175 pounds, which is shorter than the point guards we've had over the past 2 seasons. Deron Rippey Jr. makes up for it by being a menace on defense, someone who is both an off-ball and an on-ball pest. And really, when it comes to a 5-star recruit, just trust the recruits, that the guys that are paid to do this type of stuff, to rate these players. This is a absolute beastly player, and he's going to be an amazing pickup for Duke, and cannot wait to watch him in a Duke Blue Devils uniform. Been committed since December 30th of 2025. Deron Rippey Jr. should be a massive pickup, and it is on us in this new era of NIL, transfer portal stuff, nonsense, frankly, is what it is. You have to keep recruiting the guys that are already in your locker room, and when it comes to Deron Rippey Jr., that starts this weekend. We have to put on a show at Cameron Indoor and defeat the North Carolina Tar Heels, the team that handed us, unfortunately, our one and only ACC loss of the season so far. And it's going to stay that way. Not so far, it's going to stay that way. But the KenPom ratings, they are giving us a 93% chance to defeat our rivals, predicting the score at 81-65, which would be a large margin of victory for this rivalry game. Historically, this game is something that is closely contested every single time. Case in point, last game, tie game with 2 seconds left, we lose on a buzzer beater. They come down to the wire. Usually these games are very, very close, with the exception of last season's matchups. And as well as Duke is playing right now, you have to imagine that this weekend will also be a blowout. We are coming off of a almost 30-point victory versus NC State, a 26-point victory versus Virginia, and a 44-point victory in all honesty, a game that we let off the gas pedal versus Notre Dame. So going to show out for Deron Rippey Jr. Can't lose this game, because that, just there are going to be questions asked behind the scenes if we would lose it, whether or not they are warranted. But let's just put all that to rest with a big victory in this matchup. But like I said before, legendary Duke head coach Mike Krzyzewski was asked about March Madness, and specifically asked about should they be adding more teams. And here is what happened according to the New York Times and The Athletic. Former Duke coach Mike Krzyzewski, one of college basketball's most respected voices, said he opposes the NCAA tournament field, or expanding the NCAA tournament field, because adding more teams could dilute the magic of the sport's beloved month. He said, there are less capable teams right now than ever before, and there's many have-nots, and it's not their fault. I don't think you mess with something that's gold, it's gold. Enough said. Coach K, very, very, very common Coach KW. The man knows exactly what he's talking about. And this, again, is no exception to what we are used to getting from Coach K. Absolutely right. The talks of expanding the field from 68 teams to more, it would only be a cash grab. That's all it would be at this point. We are noticing, starting with last season, with the NIL era coming to college basketball, what it has done is it has made the top teams even stronger. You give top coaches in top programs like Jon Scheyer, you get him the opportunity to go to the transfer portal to just put the cherry on top of his already amazing recruited team Sunday, and it makes the teams even better. It's part of why the KenPom ratings are so out of control for some of the top teams. We are able to recruit really well, like we always do, and then use the transfer portal kids to build our team up even stronger. So the top teams are stronger than they've ever been before. But the problem is the depth of college basketball is disappearing. Now, this season, if you are someone like me who never deletes the KenPom tab from his computer, I have that, I just refresh it once every like 3 or 4 hours and look at it. You can see that this year, the top 15 is deeper than it's ever been, but the bubble is really, really, really weak this year. There are going to be some teams like Auburn, like Ohio State. Ohio State with the Purdue win likely puts them in, but there are teams that you look at their resume and you're like, they should not be sniffing the tournament. And you can't find a team that is more deserving because of what NIL has done to college basketball. The top of it, is it nice to see better, higher quality Final Four teams? Yes, but not for the trade-off of what we are getting. People are saying last year, like, where was the Cinderellas? Where's the mid-majors? If you remember Florida Atlantic from a couple of years ago, that would turn into Michigan, essentially. Dusty May was a Florida Atlantic coach. They went on a run. He took himself and the best player, Vladislav Golden, to Michigan. And now Golden's in the NBA, and Florida Atlantic is in whatever conference they're in. So NIL, unfortunately, has that effect on college basketball. But Coach K is right. Do not expand the college basketball tournament field. It would just be a cash grab. Honestly, there aren't 68 deserving teams this year. And with the way that it's currently constructed, there may not ever be again. But let's get on to our next thing. Nolan Smith, ex-Duke Blue Devil, named the Ohio Valley Conference Co-Coach of the Year. Big congratulations to our guy, Nolan Smith, who was on the 2010-11 Duke championship team. He was a teammate of our current head coach, Jon Scheyer. You would imagine I would have a picture of them both as players, but I thought this picture was a lot funnier. So also, both of these men were assistant coaches under Coach K for the Duke Blue Devils. I had to throw this picture in. When I saw this, I just thought this was the funniest thing I'd seen all day. Because, I mean, this looks like it was taken out of a comedy movie. This looks, I don't know why, but this just reminds me of like Step Brothers. Like, I feel like this is like a shot from that movie, except instead of Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly, it's Nolan Smith and Jon Scheyer. Both of them look like they don't know what they're doing right now, by the way. But big congratulations to Nolan Smith. Always rooting for any of the ex-Duke guys in their other endeavors, coaching other college basketball teams, rooting for, his team, unless they're playing against us. Nolan currently coaching for Tennessee State. So, good luck to them. Want to see them win every game unless they're playing against us. Same thing goes for Johnny Dawkins at UCF. Same thing goes for Miami. Same thing goes for Bobby Hurley at Arizona State. Although Arizona State picked up a huge win versus Kansas last night. It's not going to get them into the tournament, but at least Bobby Hurley is coaching for his job. I just got that text as I'm recording this in the top right. One of my friends just texted me, Bobby Hurley is coaching for his job. Hey, he's coaching pretty well for his job, though. That's what I got for this video. If you stuck around this long, I appreciate you taking the time to watch the video all the way through. Please hit that like button if you haven't already. Hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel. And thanks for watching.